Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Temitope Ishmael, and I'm excited to have you guys here with me again. So today I'm going to start a new series on my YouTube channel where I'm going to be talking about personal development every month. So I'll pick a topic every month and talk about it with you guys. So today we're going to just introduce what personal development is and things that are related to personal development. Okay guys, so before we get right into this video, you know what we always do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your post notification button so you don't miss any video coming from me, and also make sure you like this video also. So let's get right into the video now. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Development, and I'm just going to explain what it is to you guys. So personal development simply means you developing yourself. It's personal because it's only you that has the right, that has the ability, that has the strength, that chooses, that makes the choice to actually develop yourself. Even if somebody wants to develop you, you actually have to still make the decision that, okay, I agree for you to develop me, but it has to do with you. It's about you making the choice, putting the energy, putting the work. People cannot do it for you. They can only assist, they can help, they can inspire you to, but the major work comes from you making that choice. When it comes to personal development, there are like three things involved. One has to do with you improving yourself, improving self-awareness. The second one has to do with you identifying your identity, and the third one has to do with you building and knowing your talents. Do you understand what I'm saying? So today we're going to focus on self-awareness. So what is self-awareness? Self-awareness simply means you being aware of yourself, your person, whatever triggers you, whatever makes you happy. You being aware of all that simply means self-awareness. And you being aware of all that simply means there are four things that are involved, and I'm talking about your well-being. So one has to do with the physical aspect, second one has to do with the emotional aspect, the third one has to do with the spiritual aspect, and the fourth one has to do with the mental aspect. So when it comes to your spiritual aspect, simply means what you believe in. So you building yourself and being aware of what you believe in, what religion. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then the second one has to do, which is your mental health, has to do with your mental state, your psychological health. You have a stable mental health? Do you not have a stable mental health? What is causing all that? That's what it means. And when it comes to the mental health, like I said, it's your psychological health. It has two things involved, which is the social aspect and the emotional aspect of yourself. Okay, so when it comes to the physical aspect, what I'm talking about is how you look outside. Are you presentable? Do you have an approachable personality? Your physical health. Do you understand? Those things that you can see, those things that are the physical things. Then when it comes to the last, which has to do with emotions, has to do with your behavioral pattern, your thought process, your feelings. All those things are involved when it comes to you being aware of yourself. So you need to be aware of all those things so you can get to a point where the thing is that it's a lifetime thing. You keep getting to know yourself, because life would come, like life is there, and so many things comes to, like, it changes our way of thinking, our personality, and some other things. So you definitely go through things in life, either good or bad, that will change you as a person. And through that, you need to keep, like, making that intention to keep knowing yourself, being aware of yourself. So you keep doing it for life. You can't say that by 20 I know this is me, and this is how me is going to be when I'm 25 or 30. It doesn't work that way. Awareness. For you to be aware of those four things, there are things that you need to practice consistently for you to be aware of the state of those four things that I mentioned. So for me, I'm going to give a list of things that I practice, and I think you can also practice also, and I'm sure there are more. So one is self-journaling. So let me just call it journaling. The second one is SWOT analysis. Third one is self-reflection, and the fourth one is meditation. So I'm going to start from meditation. Meditation simply means you focusing your mind on something, and it's a way of thinking, but I don't want to call it the word thinking, because self-reflection is more of thinking. So but meditation simply means you are focusing your mind on a particular object or something that you want to like focus more, it may be something about your life, a particular aspect of your life, you just focusing on it and just trying to understand, being mindful of that aspect of your life. That's what it means to meditate. I've not really found myself in a position where I would be meditating. It's not something that really works for me, because I don't think I can sit down that long to focus on something for that long. So what I do most of the time, I would mention it to you guys. So let's now move to self-reflection. Self-reflection simply means how I'm seeing myself right now, how you are seeing yourself. Reflection, what you are seeing in the mirror. Okay, that's what it means. But I'm going to talk more about it, because it doesn't just stop there. Self-reflection simply means you thinking and evaluating things that have gone on, like that have gone wrong in the past. It doesn't even have to be something that has gone wrong. It could be something that happened in the past, and you want to evaluate how you can be better as a person if such thing, or you find yourself in that situation again. That's what self-reflection simply means. And when it comes to self-reflection, you need to be intentional about it, and make sure that you're not overthinking, because overthinking is not good, because it causes depression. Remember, the goal here is to be aware of yourself, not to overanalyze anything. You are evaluating, not really analyzing. I don't know if I'm using the words right, but you evaluate yourself. Okay, next time I do this, next time I find myself in a situation like this, I'm not going to do this. Instead, I'll do this better, because I feel this will make me feel better, or I could improve on this, I could do that. But when you're overthinking, you're not really focusing on the negative aspects of what has happened in the past, and you're not also focusing in the past when you're supposed to focus in the future. Do you understand? So self-reflection, when you think about it, you're focusing on how you can make your future better. But when you're overthinking, you're focusing on the past, and you're not even being positive about anything, and it's just overthinking is negative. And when it comes to self-awareness and personal development, we don't need anything that is negative. All we need is positive vibes. Okay, so when it comes to SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis simply means strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Okay, so as a person, you need to be aware of your strengths, you need to be aware of your weaknesses, you need to be aware of the opportunities around you, you need to be aware of threats. And you know, those two come together. The strength and weakness, opportunity and threats, they come together. So when it comes to strength, and then that this is my strength, I love public speaking. When I'm in an interview and they ask me to talk about myself, I'm going to focus more on that. Okay, so that, because it will create an opportunity for them to know that, oh, this is this person's strength. And I feel like when we have events outside and we need somebody to represent the company, this person can represent the company. That's an opportunity for me. Okay, but when it comes to my weaknesses, I need to know my weaknesses, but I don't need to be saying it out. All I need to do is be intentional about working on my weaknesses, so they don't become threats for me, but they can also become an opportunity for me, and also become later in the future strengths for me. So if I know my weakness is that I don't really listen, I don't really accept negative feedbacks from people, and I know that that when you accept negative feedback from people, it's to help you improve yourself and make sure that you don't make certain mistakes later in the future. So if I know I'm that kind of person that I don't easily accept negative feedbacks, I should not go to an interview and be talking about, oh, I know that I don't take negative feedback, I don't appreciate it or something. That does not do any good for you. So if you do that in an interview, that means you're making your weakness become a threat for you, because nobody wants to employ somebody that doesn't accept feedbacks. Negative feedbacks are for you to be a better person, so you should accept it. So when it comes to, that's all I can explain for strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats. And if you have any questions, make sure you ask me down in the comment section below. So when it comes to journaling, this book here is my book. Can you guys see it? This is my journaling book. So I think at the beginning of May, yes, I started this thing where I write every day what I'm grateful for. So it's called gratitude journaling. Okay, so every single day, by the end of the day, this is the last thing I do before I sleep. I always write down things that made me happy and everything. So when it comes to gratitude journaling, it makes me aware of the little blessings that I have and the big blessings too. So sometimes when I'm not really feeling myself, I'm like, I'm not worth it or anything, because we have that moment in life when we just don't really feel excited about our personality. So what I do is I go to this book and I read, and I still practice this in June, and it's working so well for me. So you can practice. It doesn't have to be big things. It can be like, oh, I'm happy my boss noticed how hardworking I am today. It means that you're an hardworking person. So all those little things, you can put them in there, and it will help you so much to be more grateful in life. So that's for gratitude journaling. When it comes to self journaling, when I'm not in a good mood or when I'm in a very extreme good mood, I also journal. But majorly is most times when I'm not in a good mood. So when I'm not in a good mood, I try to analyze, why am I feeling this way, what is going on with me. So what I do is I sit down and I just start writing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes I can jump like 5 lines and go to another line. I just keep writing. It's not like you need to be a perfect writer, you need to have writing skills. You just sit down and write, like talk about your, write down your emotions, put what is going on in your mind, your head, put it down in words. That's what it simply means. And after doing that, I take a break and maybe 1 minute, and I come back and I start to read it, and I realize that, oh, this is why I'm feeling this way, this is why this is this way. And sometimes when I feel like I cannot really analyze it myself, I talk to my mom about it, or sometimes my friends. And when I'm picking, I said my mom or friends, you need to be very, very careful with people that you talk to about personal things that are going on in your life. You don't need to talk to people that are strangers. You need to talk to people that you can be vulnerable with, and you know that people that have your back and can be positive towards you, and they would not judge you. So make sure you have that in your life also, because they would help you better than you going to somebody and start telling your life history to the person, and the person will go behind your back and start spreading all the stories to all your friends or whatever. You don't need that kind of like negative vibe in your life. Okay guys, so that is it for the what I practice. So for you to practice self-awareness, you need to know your strengths, weakness, opportunity, and triggers. That's what you need to try journaling. If you cannot do that, there are other ways you can self-reflect, or you can ways you can improve self-awareness. So now that you know your strength, weakness, and opportunity or threats, all these things, practice them for the 4 aspects of your life so that you can work on them. So if you know that you are allergic to dust, that is a weakness, okay? And you know the trigger is dust, and you know it gives you allergies, you should know how to treat yourself better. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when it comes, you know the SWOTs of those 4 aspects of your life, you need to create, like, set boundaries, because you know the trigger. So if you know the trigger, it will be easy for you to set boundaries. If you know that hanging out with people that do not have the same, like people that are negative around you, doesn't do good to you, or you have some certain friends that do not really appreciate who you are, you know that that's a trigger for your mental health to not be stable. You need to stop that and set boundaries and say that, okay, I'm not going to be hanging out with people like this because they do no good, like they're not doing any good for me, and it's not encouraging me in any way, and I need better people in my life. So that's one. Not because you know your SWOT analysis, you already have the SWOT for your other aspects of your life. You need to know the trigger. Once you know the trigger, you set boundaries. That's two. The third one, that you need to be open-minded, you need to be flexible, you need to be able to understand yourself as a person. Okay, that's the only way you can be open to being aware of yourself. Like I said, it's a long-term journey. So if you are being open to trying out new things, you know that, oh, actually I kind of like this, I have an interest in this. You understand? Those things will help you to be more aware of yourself. Have self-discipline. So now that you know the trigger, you've set boundaries, you are being open, you need to be disciplined, because that's the only way you can develop yourself. You need to be mindful of the things that you do. Prioritize good things in your life. Okay guys, so the 5th one is now for you to appreciate feedbacks, get feedbacks from people, and these are people that have sense. Okay, don't go and be listening to people that do not have sense. What I mean by that is that you need to be careful of the people that you listen to in your life. You can't be listening to everybody. Prioritize people that make sense. Of course, your parents, people that you are close to, you should have some certain friends that you can both sit down and talk about meaningful things. It's not every time that you're talking about Instagram, YouTube, all those things. Life is way, like, it's more than that. I'm not saying that if you have a business on Instagram, you shouldn't do your thing. I do also have my own business that I do my thing, but you need to also do more. Engage in meaningful conversations with your friends, get feedbacks. So what I do is that with my relationships, my friends, relationship with my mom, my dad, whoever it is, I try to understand. Even at work, I try to tell them that, please, if you know there's something you feel like I'm not doing well at, please let me know so I can work on it. That's me developing myself and being intentional about it. And you should also be intentional about it. So that's the only way it can work, guys. So I'm just going to list them again for you guys. Other ways that you can improve on your self-awareness. 1, know the triggers, because you know your strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats in those 4 aspects of your life. You need to know the trigger. Once you know the trigger, you set boundaries. Once you set boundaries, you have to have an open mind to things. Like, you need to be flexible and try out new things, so that you can find out new things about yourself that you don't know before. Like, it's long term, you keep doing these things. The fourth one is to, what did I say? I can't remember. Okay, the fourth one, I can't remember the fourth one, but the fourth, let me just say the fifth one, which I talked about now, is to get feedbacks from people. And the fourth one is actually self-discipline, and the fifth one is actually to get feedbacks from people. So that's where we're going to stop right now. So if you know you want me to talk about something important that is related to personal development, a topic, make sure you drop your comments down, so that I can read it and also come back with more knowledge and share knowledge with you guys. Okay, and if the person that actually, because I asked you guys on Instagram, if you don't follow me, I'm going to insert my name, my Instagram handle there for you to follow me. The person that actually gave me inspiration for this, I don't want to mention them because I don't know if you'll be comfortable with it, but thank you very much because I asked you guys, I wanted you guys to give me what I want to do more and create content that you guys would want, so you can engage more with it. So I asked on Instagram what you guys want to see, and this person said personal development, and I thank you so much, because even to me it's something I've always wanted to talk about, but I've not been so intentional about it. But I'm so happy that you gave me that inspiration now, and I'm going to talk about it more. And I think it's underrated. We really need to improve on it, and I'm ready to create awareness on it on my channel, and I'm sure you guys will be ready to support me too. So love yourself, appreciate yourself, do things to make you happy, practice more self-care. You need to do all these things to make you a better person and to make you develop yourself. Okay, so you are important. Use words of affirmation every morning. Sometimes I don't do it consistently, but sometimes I do it. I am worth it, I am beautiful, I can do it. Personalize those words and believe in it. If you do not believe in it, there is no way those things can work. Okay, and always surround yourself with positive people, positive vibes. You don't need negativity around you at all, because it messes up the mental health big time, and nobody needs that. You all need to create space for people to be amazing, loving, and you too as a person. Not, I mean, say good words to people also, because you don't know what one person is going through in their life. So you to be a positive person, so that somebody can have you too in their life because you are positive. You cannot be a negative person and be expected to be around positive people, because you do know that you're going to go and spoil that positivity in their mind, and you don't want to be a bad belly. Okay guys, so that's going to be all for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it or learned one or two from it. So from your beautiful girl, with love, kisses. Love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. But before I go there, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys subscribe please. Please, Ejo, help me subscribe, Ejo, please. Thank you guys. Okay, bye.